Trump asks Putin to spare Ukrainian soldiers, Kyiv immediately responds.
On March 14th, in a social media post, US President Trump stated that the US had a very good and effective discussion with Russian President Putin. Trump also revealed that he had urgently requested Putin to spare thousands of Ukrainian soldiers surrounded in Kursk. They are in a very bad situation and highly vulnerable. I have urgently asked President Putin to spare their lives, Trump wrote. Shortly after Trump's social media post, White House spokesperson Caroline Leavitt clarified that Trump had not had any recent phone calls with President Putin. However, she confirmed that Trump's special envoy for Middle Eastern Affairs, Steve Witkoff, had recently met with the Russian president. Trump's post appeared to refer to Witkoff's discussion with Putin in Moscow on March 13th. Following Trump's post, Kyiv officials quickly responded. The claims that enemy forces have encircled Ukrainian units in Kursk are false. These statements are fabricated by Russia for political purposes to exert pressure on Ukraine and our partners, the Ukrainian General Staff stated on Facebook. There have been no significant changes in the past 24 hours. Ukrainian forces in Kursk continue their operations, the Ukrainian General Staff stated, noting that some Ukrainian units had regrouped and moved to a more favorable defensive line. Our forces are repelling attacks and inflicting losses on the enemy. Since the beginning of the day, 13 engagements have occurred in Kursk. There is no threat of our units being encircled, the statement emphasized. Previously, on March 13th, The Guardian, citing unnamed Ukrainian soldiers, reported that Ukrainian units in Kursk had been gradually withdrawing over the past 2 weeks. Some units faced difficult retreat routes, but they did not believe that Russian forces were capable of launching a large-scale encirclement. After 7 months of combat, we are simply pulling back from this area. There is no encirclement at all, a senior Ukrainian security official told The Guardian. On March 13th, the Russian Ministry of Defense claimed that its forces had recaptured Sudzha, the largest town Ukraine had controlled in the Kursk region, following a surprise offensive in August 2024. In its latest statement, the Ukrainian General Staff did not mention the situation in Sudzha. On March 14th, Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha stated that Kyiv had begun considering monitoring a ceasefire along the front lines with Russia, as Moscow signaled the need for further deliberation on the US proposed 30-day ceasefire. To prevent potential provocations from Russia, we need to be fully prepared, Sybiha said at a press conference. We have established a national commission to develop appropriate procedures for monitoring a possible ceasefire. This is an extremely complex process, he added. Earlier, on March 13th, Sybiha posted on social media platform X that Russia wants to continue the conflict, and that Russian President Vladimir Putin's remarks about finding ways to monitor the ceasefire were merely a delaying tactic. According to a new survey by the Kyiv International Institute of Sociology published on March 14th, 50% of respondents opposed any territorial concessions to Russia to end the conflict, a 1% decrease from the December 2024 survey. Meanwhile, 39% of respondents supported territorial concessions to Russia.